Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. It's been a long time since I posted, but life has changed. And so we're looking at reactivating this channel and getting into some other things other than crocheting and knitting. I'll probably still include some of that where I can, but looking at getting into some other of my hobbies. What I'm looking at doing today is sharing my planning and journaling ecosystem with everyone. To start with, we've got our coffee and I've got my Central Perk mug, so we will be enjoying that along the way. I have three main things here to show you and we'll go through them one by one. So first is my planner. I love her, she's gorgeous. I mean, start off, you can tell what my favorite color is. I am a green girl through and through. And I have my green beaded decoration with a little bumblebee. So this is my green Motrim planner in the personal size. I've had her for about 6 months or so and I love her. I love the feeling of it. I love the textured leather. The color was what drew me to this planner. Down the sides here, I have just a few decorative bow paper clips, which I use to mark particular points in my planner if I need them. So I'll take you for a little tour through. I use the planner piece inserts. I've used them for a few years and I absolutely love them. So I will keep buying from them. And so that's what the layout looks like. So I've just done a little bit of washi tape down the side just for a bit of decoration. I'm not a huge planner decorator. I just like to keep it simple and clean, and that just is what works for me. In the other sections of my planner, I don't really have a whole lot. There's just a couple of to-do lists and a couple of quotes. A lot of that other journaling stuff I have in my other systems, so that's why in the back I don't really have a lot. So I will move on to my planner, and sorry, I have my pen here. This is my favorite fountain pen I got mine from Officeworks. I have a few fountain pens, but this one is my favorite because it's the finest nib and I find it's really easy to write in small spaces. So that's my planner. Next, I have my gratitude planner, which is by Fox and Follow. This was a gift that I was given by a friend a few years ago and it sat blank on my shelf for a number of years and I just never used it, but I decided that this year this was the year to use it. So I'll flick to the back and empty your page. So this is what the layout looks like. So there's a blank spot for each day and it says I'm grateful for, and you've got 1, 2, 3 spaces with a couple of lines. How I've used it, which I won't flick to any of the pages that I've used, is I've used a prompt from a Facebook page that I follow, and I write the prompt in each color, a different color, and then so for each day I do 3 prompts, really quick, really easy, just what I'm grateful for that day. And I found using prompts works for me because it triggers me to start thinking about things that I guess not naturally wouldn't think about, but it just makes me think in a different way. So that's one of the things that I do as a daily journaling practice. Next is my beautiful green leather journal cover. This one came from Milligram. I've only just got her. She had her about a month maybe. So she's still getting worn in. She's still quite stiff and rigid. So there's still a little bit of patina to come to the leather, but it was the color that I fell in love with. Clearly my favorite color. And let's get into it. So I've got a pocket here. Like I said, we're still just getting into her. So I haven't got anything in there just as yet. And in the back, there's just some card slots. So I have 3 binders in here and this little mini one. These 3 books actually came from a different journal set that I was given a couple of years ago as a gift. They are the traditional dot grid, lined and blank. So I took them out of the cover that they were in and I've popped them in this cover, and I want to use up these before I move on to the inserts that came with the cover. So they were ones from Milligram. They do feel very different, but I want to make sure that I use these ones first, mainly because that's a sustainable thing to do in my opinion, but also these were a gift, so I want to make sure that they were loved. So first one is the notes. This is my just plain book. So I've just used this as a sketchbook for some art that I've been doing. I've picked up doing artist trading cards and ACEOs and just some other watercolor pieces that I've been doing. So I use this one to sketch out the ideas and lay out what the pieces of work might look like. The next book is the line books, and this is just meeting notes from work. Nothing at all interesting in that. The bullet journal one the dot grid is my bullet journal. I've only kind of just started this, so I've started doing a scrap a day, but I'm trying to do colours by theme, so we're partway through that. I have started some other, this is my reading log, which I still need to pop a heading on, but I'm slowly starting to fill it up. So I have started it, I should have started it at the start of the year, but I've only just started it. So I have some other bullet journal pages that I plan on doing, just haven't got there yet. So if you are interested in seeing me set up any of these bullet journal pages, let me know and I can make sure that I record it. And so you can see what it's like just from a different perspective. These little journals I was given as a Christmas gift by my sister-in-law. So there's one per month and there is a page a day. How I use these is on the left-hand side. I have tried a few different journaling techniques and I might actually make a video series about trying those different techniques. I use this as just my daily journal. Mindfulness, whatever's in my mind. If I'm trying a technique, I'll use it and I'll do it on this page. If I need to, I'll go onto this page. And sometimes it's just a brain dump, a free scripting, a free writing, just getting all the thoughts out of my head onto paper. Sometimes it is trying a structured journaling technique, and sometimes it's just whatever I'm feeling. What I have started particularly this year, and I usually do it on the right side of the page, is pulling 2 tarot cards each day, writing the definition, and I use 2 different apps. So I do a card of the day from each of them. Sometimes I'll do my own, like from my own tarot deck, and I write down what the card is, whether or not it's reversed, what the meaning is. Sometimes there's an affirmation with each of the cards, and then I go through to the blurb and just pull out the key points that resonate with me on that day. And then, so I do that for both of them. And then I usually just combined the meaning. So that's my small tarot reading for the day. And that's usually what I do on the day to day. And that lives in there with the other journals. That is it for my journaling system. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any particular journaling or planning videos that you would like to see. Would you like to see me set up a month in my planner, or would you like to see me set up some spreads in my bullet journal, or would you like me to do a deep dive into some different journaling techniques? Would love to know what you think. I'm also open to sharing some of my other hobbies. So would you like to see my plant collection? Would you like to see my stationery collection? Would you like to hear about the books that I'm reading? Would you like to hear about some of the art that I'm doing? Let me know. And I'm really excited to be back.